There are more favourable conditions for fire crews today. There was a cool change overnight and there has been showers falling throughout the entire west coast, so that is some good news. But it's yet to be enough rain to actually make a significant difference to these fires. The fire service says they actually need about 80 to 100 millimetres more rain to make a big difference here. It will help though to dampen the fuel loads and to dampen the flames. These fires have already burnt through 90,000 hectares of land, and 90% of that is managed by the Tasmanian Parks and Wildlife Service, but it has also affected communities at Zeehan and some coastal shack communities as well up the west coast here. And that's where the fire crews will be focusing their efforts today. So they're going to be focusing on the Donaldson fire, on the northern edge of that fire, to try to help save the communities that are potentially under threat at Tema and Kuta Rocks and further north of there as well. Thankfully have not had any infrastructure loss so far, apart from a hut on the overland track in the Cradle Mountain Lake St Clair National Park. We have had crews come in to help support from interstate and New Zealand as well, set up at the tent community that's been set up in Tulla, north of here as well. So there is good support coming in, but the Tasmanian Fire Service has described that the coming days and weeks potentially as a really long, hard slog. There is more warmer weather expected, forecast later in the week this week. So there is still a lot to come with these fires. There are still, I think, 1 emergency warning at Corinna and 7 watch and act warnings still in place throughout the west coast, along with several more advice warnings. So there's still a lot of effort to come here, and it's still going to be quite an extended period, and communities really are still on alert to see how this pans out.
Selena, there are strong wind warnings along the west coast there today. It does look quite still where you are, a little further inland in Queenstown. Are those winds expected to have an impact today?
I think the wind forecast, I'm not sure exactly what the direction is, but yes, there is expected to be a change that could impact. I think because there are so many fires and there's such a large front affecting different areas, depending on which way it blows, it has different impact in different areas. So we will be definitely keeping a watch on those winds today.